These are the October horoscopes for all 12 signs. Also, be sure to check out everclear.com for my personal favorite tarot readers and psychics. I highly recommend getting a monthly forecast from them in the form of a tarot or psychic reading. Let's start off with Aries rising. So during the first half of the month, there is going to be a solar eclipse in your Libra 7th house of relationships. So this may be a time in which you are healing from past relationship traumas. Perhaps you are reflecting on your past emotional wounds. Alternatively, many of you could be ushering in new love into your life. Many of you may have newfound passion and excitement within your love life over the next month. Some of you could even have a breakup, and this will pave the way for a new relationship coming into your life over the next 6 months. This eclipse will be a catalyst for how the next 6 months of your love life plays out. So pay attention to what's coming in and out of your love life. But for some of you, again, you could just be healing from past relationship traumas, and this will pave the way for new love to enter your life in the future. During the first half of the month, you'll be deeply in tune with your spirituality. So listen to your gut as it will be right. You may have prophetic dreams, prophetic visions. You may be seeing signs and synchronicities from the universe that will guide you in the right direction. So listen to your gut, it will be right. You'll be able to see the truth in many different situations. The first half of the month is an excellent time to invest, for example, putting money into the stock market or buying or selling a home or planning on doing something with your investment. On October 9th, we will have Jupiter retrograde entering your 3rd house, which will set off a 4-month-long transformation in which you may be reconsidering your written or your creative projects. You may be redoing them so that you can turn them into a success. You may be reconsidering how you network, how you communicate with others so that you can build successful networks, so that you can integrate yourself into the right groups of people who can help you get ahead in life. For those of you who are in healthy relationships, throughout the entire month, you may find that there's increased passion, enjoyment, and excitement within your love life. Alternatively, there could be friction within your relationships if your relationship is toxic, and this could be a time in which resentment and anger could potentially bubble up if that has been simmering underneath the surface. So this may be a month in which you need to address issues, or again, some of you may even find that you're leaving toxic relationships behind. Healthy relationships will flourish this month and toxic relationships may crumble. On the other hand, this is an amazing month for forming a deeper emotional, spiritual, and physical connection with a romantic interest too. From October to November, we will have Pluto in your Capricorn 10th house for the last time in your lifetime. So this may be a time in which you are finally leaving some sort of career path that you've held on to over the past 16 years behind, or perhaps this may be a time to reconsider what you want to do differently with your career than what you have been doing since 2008. So October is a great month to consider career changes, to pivot your career in a newfound successful direction. On the 17th, we will have a full moon in your 1st house. So this is a time in which you will be glowing up. You will be attracting the spotlight. You'll be attracting center focus. This is a great time for you to let go of everything which is holding you back from your personal goals, from your ambition. This full moon is in your sign. It's all about you and you making changes in your life so that you can align yourself with your goals and you can start manifesting your goals, accomplishing your goals over the next month. So if life has been still or stagnant, it most likely won't be anymore if you take advantage of this full moon. During the second half of the month, physical intimacy could be extremely intense as well. So this could be a time in which sparks are flying in the bedroom. And during the second half of the month, your thoughts and your intuition will continue to be extremely accurate. So keep listening to your inner voice. You will be able to see the truth in all matters. You'll be able to see the truth behind lies and manipulations, for example. Taurus risings. Let's start off with the first half of the month. You are highly affected by a solar eclipse in your 6th house of health and career during the first half of the month. So this is a time in which you may be reconsidering a new career path. Many of you may be gaining a lot of attention in the workplace, or this may be a time in which you are meant to pivot in a new career direction. If you've been looking for release from an old career, this eclipse will set off a 6-month-long period in which you will be able to align yourself with the career that you desire. Or if you start to work really hard under this eclipse, you may find that you are able to advance significantly in your career over the next 6 months. Since this eclipse is going to set off a 6-month-long transformation in regard to your career, this is also an excellent time for you to hit your health goals. So if you start working on a weight goal, for example, if you start working on building muscle mass, you may find that you are able to quickly hit those health goals over the next 6 months. During the first half of the month, you will be able to get ahead significantly in your career, or you'll be able to get ahead when it comes to maintaining your health goals and advancing in your health. So I highly recommend putting your time, energy, and effort into your career and into your health throughout October. And you doing well in your career will go hand in hand with you being able to make more money or being able to figure out ways to boost your streams of income. On October 9th, Jupiter retrograde begins in your second house of finances. So over the next 4 months, you should take time to reconsider what you need to do differently in order to boost your income. By reflecting on your finances, reflecting on your streams of income, reflecting on the ways in which you make and maintain money, you will be able to figure out how to significantly boost your wealth. This is also a great time to create a money mindset, and you can do this by starting to believe that you are worthy of the wealth that you know you deserve and you desire, and by doing so over the next 4 months, you will really be able to boost your wealth as a result. During the middle of the month, you'll find that you have a boost of energy and vitality, which will help you get ahead in your career and again help you get ahead when it comes to looking after your health. You may find that you have that vitality you need to start really working out. On the 17th, we have a full moon in your 12th house of mental health, addictions. So this may be a time in which you are letting go of harmful habits, for example, vaping or drinking. This is a really great time for you to eliminate any bad habits that are ruining your health or that are detrimental to you. This is a great time to purge out any emotional wounds that have been lingering. And this may be a time in which you do become extremely emotional around this full moon. You may find that you're reflecting on past relationship traumas, past traumas that you've experienced. This is a time in which you should feel these emotions so that you can purge it out, let it all go. So you are going to do a huge emotional cleanse, purge. And throughout the entire month, many of you may experience heightened levels of passion and desire within your romantic relationship. So there could be a lot of intensity between you and a romantic interest. You may find that sparks are flying, or alternatively, if you are involved with a toxic kind of partner, there could be potential arguments that do arise in your love life during this time. You may find that, yes, the physical intimacy could be intense, but the potential fighting could be intense if you are involved in a toxic relationship or if there are toxic dynamics that you need to sort out. During the second half of the month, there could potentially be jealousy, possessiveness, or manipulative tendencies that do arise within romantic relationships. But again, this is a great time to sort out those issues and to handle them and potentially get rid of them and eliminate them from a relationship. And during the second half of the month, many of you may be infected by the travel bug. You may find that you have a deep desire to travel or to go on adventures. And this is a time in which your life could start becoming a lot more exciting. You could be going out more, for example. You really could be planning a trip. Gemini risings. Let's start off with the first half of the month. So you are highly affected by a solar eclipse in your 5th house of dating and creativity. So this may be a time in which you could be launching a new creative project, or you are going to have immense creative inspiration, which will allow you to turn your creative projects into a success over the next 6 months. So you may be able to find newfound creative success if you're putting your efforts into your creative projects over the next 6 months. Some of you could potentially experience dramatic events in your love life. For example, you could be reminded of an ex. There could be something that does happen with an ex. You could be reminded of something that happened in your love life in the spring of this year or the fall of last year or even the spring of last year. So watch out for dramatic events in love. It's hard to say what it could be. It's different for every single person, but for many of you, you could be experiencing wild encounters in your love life. And some of you may just be continuing to heal from prior relationship wounds so that you may usher in new love into your life over the next 6 months. During the first half of the month, you are going to have tremendous drive when it comes to building up your finances as well as hustling in your career. So the two are going to go hand in hand. You'll find that putting effort and energy into your career will be heavily rewarded, and you will be fueled by ambition that can really get you ahead when it comes to your work, when it comes to money. So definitely make sure that you are hustling during this time. Your hustle will be rewarded. You'll have the energy to hustle. On the 9th, Jupiter retrograde begins in your 1st house, and this will set off a 4-month-long transformation in which you may be reconsidering your personal aspirations and reconsidering what you need to do differently in order to accomplish your personal goals. And by reflecting on what you need to do differently, you will be able to figure out successful new strategies to accomplish your personal goals a lot more effectively, faster, and successfully over the next 4 months. Many of you may be making changes to your physical appearance as well, or you may be making changes to how you want to present yourself to the world, and in turn this will allow you to figure out how to boost your reputation over the next 4 months. During the first half of the month, some of you may find that if there is volatility within your relationship, volatility could result in manipulative behaviors, jealousy, possessiveness, or negative toxic traits within a relationship rearing their ugly head. So if you're involved in something toxic in your love life, or for example, if you're letting your toxic ex back in, you want to watch out for potential toxic conversations that could be had or outbursts turbulence in your love life. But for those of you who have healthy relationship dynamics, you have nothing to worry about. In fact, many of you may experience heightened passion, excitement, and intimacy within your love life, especially during the middle of the month. During the middle of the month, again, you will have heightened creative inspiration that can really propel your creative endeavors towards success. So this is a month in which you can find immense creative success. On October 17th, we have a full moon in your 11th house of friendships, networking, reputation. So this may be a time in which there could be potential arguments between you and friends, or you may find that you are easily annoyed by your friends, or you could be going to an event. There could be some sort of exciting social event that you are attending. You may be doing something very exciting socially, going out with your friends, for example. This is a really great time to let go of anything that has been holding you back from your higher dreams and aspirations. If you find that you haven't been working towards your highest dreams, you've put them on the back burner, this is a great time to start reprioritizing your dreams so that you can make those dreams happen, since the full moon is in your 11th house, which represents your highest dreams and aspirations. So again, it's a time to let go of whatever has been restricting you from your dreams and to start thinking about your dreams, thinking about how you can make them happen and start working towards them. And during the second half of the month, again, you could have an extreme intensity in your love life. There could be extreme sparks and passion flying between you and a romantic interest, or alternatively, if there are issues present within a relationship, you may have to confront those issues and figure out how to resolve those issues. And some of you could find that a toxic relationship cannot withstand the test. Cancer risings, let's start off with the first half of the month. So you are going to have a solar eclipse in your 4th house of home, family, childhood. So this may be a time in which you are purging out any emotional traumas that have been burdening you. This is a great time to release any negativity that has been clouding your mind. So some of you may have an emotional purge. You may be a bit emotional around this time, but you want to allow yourself to get in your feels so that you can let go of all of those pent up, rageful or negative emotions that have been holding you back over the past few months. Some of you may even be considering a relocation. Some of you may be thinking of moving to a new place, and this could set off a 6-month-long transformation in which some of you are relocating. Or for others, you may find that there are major events happening in your home and family life. Perhaps there are major things happening with family or having conversations with them. Some of you may be redecorating your house as well. During the first half of the month, some of you may be able to establish more seriousness or perhaps even more commitment within your romantic relationships. You may find that you could be taking a romantic relationship to the next level. Some of you may be experiencing a lot of passion, deep intimacy within your romantic relationships as well. So this is a great time for physical intimacy. Sparks may be flying during the first half of the month. Even if not, you may be extremely attractive in your love life. You may find that if you put yourself out there in the dating scene, people are attracted to you. So you should put yourself out there in the dating scene if you are single. During the first half of the month, it is an ideal time for you to work towards your higher goals and ambitions. You will have a great degree of drive, energy, and ambition to really turn your personal aspirations into a reality. Many of you are going to be in the spotlight. You may find that other people gravitate towards you, or your energy is extremely magnetic during the first half of the month. You will have great mental agility, so you'll find that you are able to communicate extremely effectively, extremely well. So you are going to be very capable during the first half of the month in anything that you apply yourself towards. You will really be able to accomplish quite a great deal. So I highly recommend taking advantage of October to manifest your goals, to accomplish what you desire. On the 9th, Jupiter retrograde will begin in your 12th house. So over the next 4 months, because Jupiter retrograde does span 4 months, many of you may be purging out anything that has been causing you anxiety or stress. This is a really great time to figure out how you can alleviate anything that's been burdening your mental health. This would be a great time for therapy, for example. This is a great time to talk to friends or family members, people that you trust, about any personal issues, as many of you will be able to release and let go of a lot of the emotional burdens that have been bothering you. This is a really great time for you to release any harmful addictions or harmful habits. For example, if you like to drink a lot or if you've been overeating recently. During the middle of the month, you want to watch out for potential conflicts with other people, especially people that you are extremely close with, such as family members or close friends. You may find that you are easily agitated around this time. On October 17th, we will have a full moon in your 10th house of career career and reputation. So this is a time in which you may be gaining a lot of recognition, notoriety. This is a great time to boost your reputation as well, to be seen in the forefront. So if you're trying to gain a larger social standing, this is a great time to do that and to put yourself out there to gain that notoriety that you deserve, that you desire. This is also a great time to pivot in your career, to let go of a previous career in pursuit of a new career. So many of you could be changing your career direction, or alternatively, this may be a time in which you can figure out a better way to perform in your career, a better way to go about your career so that you can optimize your success as well. This is a great time to let go of anything that's holding you back from career success. During the second half of the month, you may find that your energy is a bit zapped though. So you may find that because you've been putting a lot of energy into your other endeavors, you may need to take a break, especially during the last week of October. This may be a time in which you're feeling a bit more unmotivated, a little bit more tired. So that's a great time for you to just rest, take it easy. And during the second half of the month, there could be great intensity within your love life, great passion, sparks are flying, great intimacy. But on the other hand, if there are toxic traits such as possessiveness, jealousy, manipulation within your love life, you may figure this out, and these toxic traits could come to the surface and you may have to address them. So if there are issues present within the relationship, you may find that those are surfacing and you have to address them. Leo risings. Let's start off with the first half of October. You are highly affected by a solar eclipse in your third house of networking, written projects, creative projects. So this is a time in which you are going to have immense creative talent, and I highly recommend starting a new written project, a new creative project, because if you start that now and you work on it over the next 6 months, you'll be able to turn that into a major success. This eclipse will really help you start creating the networks that you desire over the next 6 months. So if you're trying to integrate yourself into specific social circles, you want to network with the right kinds of people. By starting to put yourself out there from October and onward over the next 6 months, you will be able to effectively network, connect with the right people who can open doors of opportunity for you. And during the first half of the month, you may find that networking and socializing goes extremely well in your favor. The first half of the month is a really great time to connect with people. Your social skills may be getting you extremely far during the first half of the month. So if you have to do anything which requires a lot of talking, for example, if you're a salesperson, this may really help you get ahead in your life. Jupiter retrograde begins on October 9th and will last over the next 4 months. Now this will be in your 11th house of friendships, higher dreams, and aspirations. So over the next 4 months, you should be reconsidering how you want to go about accomplishing your highest aspirations and dreams. If you've been putting them on the back burner, this is the time for you to refocus and to start putting time and energy towards the highest aspirations that you have, those biggest dreams that you've been putting off. By doing this over the next 4 months, you will be able to figure out successful strategies which will allow you to successfully, easily, and quickly accomplish those dreams. The next 4 months is also an amazing time for you to reconsider how you want to network, how you want to socialize with people. So if you want to make new friends, if you want to make more friends, if you feel like you're very lonely and you don't have a social circle, this is a great time for you to strategize and think about how you can put yourself out there. And by doing so over the next 4 months, you could build up a huge network of friends and you could be in the right kinds of social circles. From October to November, we have Pluto turning direct in your 6th house of health and work. So if over the past 16 years you felt like you were unhappy with your career or you've been unhappy with where your health is, this is a time in which you can start to make major changes. You can start to break those karmic cycles in your career that have held you back from the career that you want, or you can break those karmic cycles which have kept you in a negative loop in your health. During the first half of the month, many of you may be putting a lot of energy and time into your home and family life. For example, you may find yourself redecorating. You may find yourself spending a lot of time with family members. You may find that there's a lot of conversations between you and those that you are extremely close with. Some of you may even find yourselves thinking about relocation. This is a really great time to think about relocation or to even make major moves such as moving to a new place. On the 17th, we have a full moon in your Aries 9th house. So this may be a time in which you are deeply in tune with your spirituality. You should pay attention to your dreams, the signs and signals that you're receiving from the universe, as they'll point you in the right direction. You may have prophetic dreams. This may be a time in which you are reconsidering travel. You may be thinking about where you want to travel to over the next 4 months. You could be making travel plans. Some of you may even be reconsidering what you want to do with your higher education as well. Some of you may be doing major things with your studies. For example, you could have a major exam and you could pass that with flying colors, for example. This would be a great time for you to study or for you to do anything with schoolwork, homework. During the second half of the month, some of you may experience some intensity in your love life. There could be sparks flying. You may experience really great intimacy or physical connection with a romantic interest. There could be heightened levels of obsession. But on the other hand, if there are issues present within your relationship, those issues may be brought to the forefront and you may no longer be able to ignore toxic red flags within a relationship or toxic tendencies. You may find that this is a time where you either have to fix things in your relationship or the relationship may not be able to work out. If it's toxic though, those of you who are in healthy relationships, you have nothing to worry about. This is a great time to break toxic cycles within a relationship. Virgo risings, let's start off with the first half of the month. You are highly affected by a solar eclipse in your second house of finances and income, and this will set off a 6-month-long transformation. So you may have a new beginning in your finances. You may be reconsidering your financial streams of income. You may be reconsidering how you want to manage your money, and by starting to rethink how you want to start making money, how you want to manage your finances, you will be able to figure out brilliant strategies over the next 6 months, which will allow you to maximize your wealth and increase your wealth and increase or boost your streams of income. So October is a really great month to get started on perhaps working on a new business, for example, or working on ways to boost your wealth. The first half of the month is an excellent time for you to establish a positive money mindset. If you start believing that you are worthy of the wealth that you know you deserve and desire, this will allow you to really manifest wealth over the next 6 months. So start changing your mindset around money beginning October. Many of you will have immense creative success, so you'll be able to turn your written projects or your creative projects into a success, or you may be able to get them to attract notoriety and attention. So I highly recommend putting energy and effort into those projects. You may find that you're doing very well in work as well. You're able to churn out really great work. The first half of the month, you should be quite successful when it comes to communicating with others, when it comes to networking. Socializing will go well in your favor. So if you have a job, for example, where there's an extensive amount of socializing, you may find that you're able to perform very well in the workplace, for example, or you may find that you're able to network with the right kinds of people. You are able to integrate yourself into social circles, or you may find that you're also having a really great time with your friends during the first half of the month. You may just be a social butterfly. People will really want to hear what you have to say, and you may find that people are clinging on to every single word, so you can optimize this social success and use it to your advantage. On October 9th, Jupiter retrograde begins in your 10th house, and this will set off a 4-month-long transformation. Now, your 10th house represents your career and your reputation. So over the next 4 months, this is a really great time for you to reconsider what you want to do differently in your career so that you can optimize your career success. If you go back to the drawing board, you'll be able to figure out new strategies, new ways forward to find success in your career. So if you found that your career has been stagnant, if it's not moving in the direction that you want it to go, the next 4 months is a time for you to re-strategize and figure out what you need to do differently to find career success, to accelerate forward in your career. And the next 4 months is also a great time for you to figure out how you can boost your reputation if you want to have a larger social standing, if you want things like fame or reputation, for example. From October to November, we will have Pluto direct in your Capricorn 5th house for the last time in your life, and it will be in your 5th house of dating, creativity. So if you found that over the past 16 years you haven't been happy with where your love life has been, or you found that you haven't really been advancing when it comes to your creative endeavors, your creative goals, this is a great time for you to break those karmic cycles so that you can start to usher in the love that you desire, so that you can start to have the love life that you want. And this is a great time for you to break karmic cycles so that you can start to usher in that creative success. So moving forward, it'll be easier for you to start dating and to start ushering in healthy relationships if you've had a pattern of toxic relationships in the past. You may find that the negative karmic cycles that you've experienced in your love life over the past few years will finally be eliminated, and moving forward for the rest of your life, you can finally start to have healthier relationships. But obviously you have to seek out healthy partnerships as well. During the middle of the month, many of you may have a huge hustle mentality, and by hustling when it comes to your finances, you may be able to boost your finances or figure out ways to make more money. On the 17th, you're highly affected by a full moon in your 8th house. So many of you may be offloading some sort of debt. For example, you could be paying off a major debt. You could be making major moves when it comes to your investments, when it comes to your finances. And many of you will be deeply connected with your spirituality. So listen to your intuition. You may be having prophetic dreams. You may be having prophetic visions. You may be seeing signs and synchronicities that are guiding you on the right path. So listen to your intuition, listen to the signs that you see from the universe, all of the weird things that may be happening. And during the second half of the month, there could be potential things that arise when it comes to your family members or those that you are extremely close with. So you may find that you have to spend more time with them, or there are events occurring with them. During the second half of the month, you should really apply yourself when it comes to your written projects, your creative projects, as you'll be able to do a really great job with them. Libra risings, you have a solar eclipse in your sign during the first half of the month. So you are going to be getting rid of a lot of the things that have been holding you back from your personal goals, and you are going to be embarking on a new journey which will allow you to accomplish your personal goals over the next 6 months. So you'll find that a lot of restrictions do fall away, and if you put effort into the goals that you have over the next 6 months, you will be able to start new projects, you'll be able to get ahead, you'll be able to successfully trudge forward. This is a time in which you can have a massive glow up as well. Many of you may be making major changes to your physical appearance, and this is a time in which you can attract the spotlight too. So if you've been looking to boost your reputation, this is a great time to start working on boosting that reputation, and over the next 6 months you could increase your popularity, your fame, your notoriety. During the first half of the month, you'll be incredibly driven when it comes to making money, and many of you will be able to accelerate your finances forward. You may be able to come up with brilliant solutions that will allow you to boost your finances. So definitely keep your wealth in mind, think about your money strategies, and this is a great way to create a money mindset and to start manifesting wealth as well, to start believing yourself as worthy of the wealth that you desire and deserve. During the first half of the month, you are also going to have a lot of presence. People are going to gravitate towards you. People may be very interested in what you have to say. So this is a time in which you are going to be center stage. People are going to be noticing you. People are going to be paying attention to you. And again, it's a great time to boost your reputation. You'll have a lot of charm, personal power. You'll be very attractive to other people. Your social life may flourish. If you are putting yourself out there socially, you may find that you are able to attract new people into your life, or again, people just want to be around you. Jupiter retrograde begins on October 9th and will last for 4 months in your 9th house of education and travel. So over the next 4 months, many of you may be reconsidering your travel plans. You may be thinking of booking a trip. You may be thinking of the places that you want to go to. You may be thinking of ushering in more adventure and excitement into your life. You may be rethinking your educational plans as well. Even though in the beginning of the month you could potentially be a bit moody and emotional since there's an eclipse in your sign, during the middle of the month, alternatively, you're likely going to be quite optimistic and happy. There's going to be a lot of good fortune, a lot of opportunities for success if you seek out those opportunities. This will be a really great month for you to begin new projects. New projects begun now could result in long-term successful results. During the middle of the month, you'll be able to come up with brilliant, innovative new ways to make money. For example, you could come up with brilliant new business ideas, which could allow you to reap a lot of money. So make sure you're paying attention to the money ideas that are popping into your head. On the 17th, there is a full moon in your 7th house of relationships. So some of you could be letting go of a relationship, or you could be letting go of toxic patterns within a relationship, or you could be letting go of some emotional wounds, relationship wounds that have been bothering you or that have been causing you mental anguish over the past few months. You could be purging out those emotional wounds, feeling them, letting them go. Or alternatively, some of you could just experience massive events in your love life, wild, chaotic events in love. Do watch out for potential conflicts in your love life though, since this is going to be quite an aggressive full moon in your 7th house of relationships. And during the second half of the month, again, there's that continued theme of really being able to boost your wealth, put your energy and time into your wealth, your money, into creating that money mindset. You'll also have very innovative, creative career ideas as well. You may come up with brilliant business ideas, brilliant ideas in your career to move ahead in your career. So overall, this is a great month to make money moves, to focus on your career, focus on building your career. Scorpio risings. During the first half of October, you are highly affected by a solar eclipse in your 12th house of mental health, addictions. So this may be a time in which which you can start anew, where you may be able to break harmful addictions, harmful habits that negatively affect your mental health and physical health. And this will lead to you going on a 6-month-long journey in which you are able to improve your mental health, your physical health. And this is also going to be a great time for you to purge out any negative emotions, emotional wounds that have been burdening you over the past few months. You'll be able to release past traumas, relationship wounds, for example, so that you may embark on a 6-month-long healing journey and you are able to cleanse yourself again of those negative emotional attachments so that you may find mental peace over the next 6 months. And being able to restore stability in your mental health will allow you to find more success and to flourish in general. Throughout the entire month, you are one of the luckiest signs. So throughout October in general, you will be able to quite easily manifest your desires. You'll be able to accomplish whatever you're really setting your mind towards. During the first half of the month in particular, you are going to be extremely magnetic and charming, attractive. This could benefit you in your love life. You may find that a romantic interest could be attracted to you, or this could benefit you in your dating life if you're trying to find a romantic partner, or just in general, you may find that you're enjoying popularity. This is a great time for you to boost your reputation, as you'll be extremely likable, charismatic. Your energy will be very attractive. October 9th begins a 4-month-long transformation because we will have Jupiter retrograde in your 8th house. So this may be a time in which you may be reconsidering your spirituality, you may be reconsidering your spiritual beliefs. This is a really great time for you to meditate and manifest, for you to reflect on what it is you want in your life and to reconsider what it is you desire, and then to manifest those new goals. The next 4 months will be a really great time for you to backtrack on your finances and your investments, to reconsider your investment strategies, to reconsider your financial strategies. And by reconsidering them, you may find new ways forward to optimize your financial success, to boost your wealth. During the middle of the month, it's possible that your tempers could flare up. However, you can channel this energy into something productive. So if you find that there's a lot of energy, you may be feeling angry, you can channel this energy into your work, your creative endeavors, into your career. Your intuition will be incredibly heightened during the middle of the month, so pay attention to your dreams, the daydreams that you're having, the visions that you see, the signs and signals that you receive from the universe, as they may contain very valuable messages. And trust your intuition, trust your gut. You'll be able to see the truth in all situations. And during the middle of the month, once again, your presence will be very beautiful. People are going to be drawn to you, attracted to you. On the 17th, there is a full moon in your 6th house of health and work. So you do want to watch out for potential confrontation in the workplace. There could be potential clashes between you and coworkers. However, for those of you who have healthy workplace dynamics, you likely have nothing to worry about. For many of you, this may be a time in which you are considering changing your career path, and this would be a really great time to make a change in your career. Some of you could be thinking of leaving an old career path behind in pursuit of a new dream career, in which case, again, this is a great full moon or a great period of time for you to do that. This would also be a really great time for you to consider new career paths forward and to start thinking about leaving an old career if you don't like the career path that you are on. This is also a really great time for you to start getting your health in order. Many of you may finally start to implement your fitness routine. You may start eating healthier. You may start to implement a routine, a schedule. Many of you will be letting go of bad eating habits, of poor health choices. You'll start to implement a better routine. You'll start to create a better work-life balance. And during the second half of the month, you are going to have a massive boost of energy and vitality and physical strength, which will propel you towards your goals. So the second half of the month is an amazing time for you to accomplish tasks, to carry out tasks successfully, to get your work projects or creative projects done successfully. So whatever you're putting your time and energy towards, you will be able to accelerate forward in. Many of you may also have a travel bug. You may start to seek out adventures. You may start to seek out travel. You may want to make travel plans. Sagittarius risings. Let's start off with the first half of the month. You are highly affected by a solar eclipse in your 11th house of hopes, dreams, aspirations, and networking. So many of you may be embarking on new networking ventures. You may be partaking in social events. This is a great time to meet new people, to integrate yourself into new social groups, to make new friends, and this will allow you to create the social circle that you desire over the next 6 months. So many of you may be entering a new era when it comes to your social life. This is also an amazing time to begin to work towards those higher dreams and aspirations that perhaps you've been putting off. So by beginning to work on your higher dreams over the next month, you will embark on a 6-month-long journey in which you are starting to make your highest dreams and aspirations come true. During the first half of the month, your intuition and your psychic abilities are going to be extremely heightened. So this is a great time to look inward, to listen to your thoughts, pay attention to your gut, as your gut is going to be right, your intuition is going to be accurate. Pay attention to the signs and synchronicities that you receive from the universe, as you'll be highly receptive to psychic messages. Pay attention to your dreams and the daydreams that you have. You may have visions or dreams which are prophecies, which point you in the right direction in life. And during the first half of the month, you'll be extremely likable as well. This is a really great time to socialize or to find success in your social ventures. So if your job involves a lot of socialization, this could really help you get ahead in the workplace, for example, or you may just find that anything to do with networking and socializing will go very well in your favor. So this is a great time to, again, establish yourself in the right groups, connect with the right kinds of people who can open up doors of opportunity for you. On October 9th, Jupiter retrograde begins in your 8th house of investments and spirituality, and this will last for 4 months. So the next 4 months will be a great time for you to reconsider your investment strategies, to reconsider your financial strategies, and you may be able to come up with new ways forward to optimize your wealth, to boost your wealth. During the middle of the month, you do want to watch out for potential arguments that could break up. While you'll be very magnetic and people will be drawn to you and people will want to talk to you and networking will go very well, you may find that you are easily agitated by others. So there's a possibility you could blow up on others, or you could just feel frustrated talking to other people. Other people could annoy you. And during the middle of the month, you'll have immense power to make your higher dreams and aspirations come true. So throughout the entire month, I highly recommend working on those highest dreams that perhaps you've been putting off, you've been putting on the back burner. And during the middle of the month, you may even find yourself daydreaming and receiving spiritual messages. So again, you'll be very in tune with your spirituality, very in tune with spiritual guidance. On the 17th, there is a full moon in your 5th house of creative endeavors and dating. So some of you could be releasing a creative project. This may be a time in which you have a lot of creative inspiration. So I would highly recommend putting energy and effort into your creative projects around this full moon. And this could be a time in which some of you could be letting go of a relationship. Some of you could have a breakup. Since full moons are about letting go, this isn't always necessarily the case. Some of you could be identifying toxic patterns in the relationship. This is a bit of an aggressive full moon. So for those of you who are in relationships where there may be toxic dynamics, this could be a time in which toxicity such as manipulation, jealousy, possessiveness, or fighting could end up bubbling to the surface, and you may have to address those issues so that you can finally release those issues. So watch out for potential drama in your love life, or for those of you who are in healthy relationships, there could be some sort of wild, passionate encounter. Perhaps you have a wild night out. Some of you could just be experiencing interesting events in regard to love. Some of you could even have creative opportunities arising. The second half of the month is an excellent time for you to rid yourself of bad habits, for example, harmful addictions. During the second half of the month, some of you who still have deeply buried psychological traumas may find yourselves digging very deeply, exploring them so that you can purge them out. Some of you could have very dark thoughts in general. This is actually a really great time to connect with your spirituality, to meditate, to connect with your dark divine energy so that you may manifest and attract in what you desire. So the second half of the month is a time where, yes, there could be some dark thoughts arising, but it's also a great time to manifest. During the second half of the month, you'll start to become very lucky, and it'll become very easy for you to manifest what you desire, since Venus is going to be entering your first house. So you'll be able to easily accomplish a lot of your personal goals from that point forward. Although around the 28th, watch out for being lazy, since Venus in your sign will be squaring Saturn. That may be a better time to just rest, relax, and do nothing. Capricorn risings. Let's start off with the first half of the month. You are highly affected by a solar eclipse in your 10th house of career and reputation, and this will set off a 6-month-long transformation in which you may be able to pivot your career in a new direction. If you've been looking for a new career, this is a great time for you to start seeking out those new opportunities, or for you to start considering what it is you want to do differently with your career. By focusing on your career goals, you'll be able to accelerate your career in the direction that you want it to go over the next 6 months. This is also a really great time to start considering how you want to put yourself out there if you're trying to gain fame, notoriety, and attention, as focusing on this now will allow you to, over the next 6 months, develop that fame, develop a larger reputation. The first half of the month is an excellent time to put your energy into your highest dreams and aspirations. So perhaps the dreams that you've been putting off, that you've been neglecting. This is a great time for you to come up with brilliant solutions that could allow you to make your dreams come true. And during the first half of the month, you'll also be extremely charismatic. Socializing should go very well in your favor. You may be able to network with the right groups of people who can open doors of opportunity for you. You may be able to integrate yourself into the right social groups. You may be able to find your soul tribe or make new friends, or you may find that you're enjoying the time that you spend with friends. You may be building closer bonds within your existing relationships, your existing friendships. But during the first half of the month, you do want to watch out for potentially toxic or disruptive events occurring within the workplace. For example, if someone in your workplace is jealous of you, this could be a time in which there's friction. This could be a time in which you're easily irritated by people in the workplace. Nothing detrimental to your career, but just something to be wary of. It could be a time in which people are competitive with you within the workplace. But on the other hand, you'll be able to get ahead significantly in your career. Like I said before, you'll be able to come up with brilliant solutions that could allow you to propel your career in the direction that you want it to go. Or you may be doing excellent work and you may find yourself being rewarded in the workplace or gaining recognition in the workplace. Jupiter retrograde begins on October 9th in your 6th house of health and work. So over the next 4 months, you may find that you are reconsidering what you want to do with your career. And again, reconsidering your career direction will prove to be beneficial. And this is a great time to start working on your health goals as well, redirecting your focus towards your health, towards your exercise regime, towards your diet will benefit you. And this is a time in which you will be able to have accelerated growth towards your health goals. For example, hitting a certain weight goal, being able to gain muscle. And during the middle of the month, you could even find yourself attending some sort of social event as well. There could be unexpected events arising when it comes to your friendships or your social groups. And this could be very exciting for you, or it could even be potentially chaotic. For example, you could have a wild night out with people. But the middle of the month is an excellent time to socialize, as you'll be able to create very great relationships with other people, with your friends. On the 17th, we have a full moon in your 4th house. So this could be a time in which there could be potentially chaotic events when it comes to your family members that you do want to watch out for. For example, potential conflicts within your family dynamics. For some of you, you could even be reconsidering relocation, in which case this would be an excellent time to start thinking about relocation. Or some of you may even find yourselves redecorating your home, doing a cleanup. This is a great time to clean your space. During the second half of the month, you could experience unexpected or even exciting events within your love life. Now, for some of you, this could lead to potentially toxic disruptions within your relationships if you have a toxic relationship dynamic. Or on the other hand, you could even find yourself going on an exciting date. So watch out for potentially exciting or erratic things happening within your love life. It would be a really great time to bond with a romantic interest on a deep spiritual level, though, or even on a physically intimate level. Although during the second half of the month, you may find yourself feeling a bit insecure, or you may feel as though you're lonely or depressed. You may feel as though you're not confident in your own abilities. Just know that this could be things that are arising in your head that are not grounded in reality. Feelings of negative self-esteem will likely only arise near the end of the month, and that should be quickly passing. Aquarius risings. Let's start off with the first half of the month. You have a solar eclipse in your 9th house of travel, higher education, and spirituality. So this will allow you to embark on a new 6-month journey in which you connect with your spirituality, in which you're able to heighten your intuition and your psychic abilities. So over the next 6 months, you want to make sure you're paying attention to the dreams and the signs and signals that you receive from the universe. Pay attention to your intuition, practice meditation. Developing and cultivating your psychic abilities will allow you to advance in your spirituality. And many of you may even be seeking out new opportunities for travel. Some of you may even be seeking out new educational plans too around this time. The first half of the month is an excellent time for you to pour your energies into your creative endeavors, as you'll be able to find creative success. You do want to watch out for potential conflicts in the workplace, or you may find that you're easily annoyed or irritated by people that you work with or people who are in your work environment. Jupiter retrograde begins on October 9th in your 5th house of dating and creative endeavors, and this will set off a 4-month long transformation. transformation. So over the next 4 months, it's an ideal time for you to go back to your creative endeavors, to rethink how you can succeed and excel when it comes to your creative endeavors. For example, this could be a business project that you've been working on. You'll be able to come up with new strategies and new ways forward to turn your creative endeavors into a success. This is also a really great 4-month period for you to figure out what you need to do in order to resolve any issues that you have in your love life, to work out any kinks within your romantic relationships. This is a great time to balance out or mend any broken relationships as well. Or this may be a 4-month period in which you are healing from relationship wounds so that you can make way for new love once this 4-month period ends. If you found that your love life has been stagnant, this is a time in which you can figure out what you need to do differently in order to usher in new love into your life, in order to manifest the love that you desire. The middle of the month is an excellent time for dating. This could be a time in which your romantic relationships could become extremely pleasurable. You may find that there's heightened passion or intensity between you and a romantic interest, or you may find that dating could be extremely rewarding right now, putting yourself out there in your love life. For example, partaking in dating apps or reaching out to a romantic interest could result in you having development in your love life. So dating and love could be extremely pleasurable. This is also a time in which, again, working on your creative endeavors will result in creative success. So this is a really great month overall for you to just work on anything creative. And many of you will be infected with the travel bug. You may find that you're going on adventures, or you may want to plan a trip during this time. On the 17th, we have a full moon in your 3rd house, so you do want to watch out for potential arguments that could arise between you and acquaintances or the people that you know. You may find that you become easily irritated or frustrated by people that you know, but this is also a really great time to get your work complete and out there. Many of you are going to be completing a lot of your tasks or your work projects, getting them done and releasing them into the world finally. If you're unhappy with your social life, this could be a time in which you're figuring out how you need to network differently in order to integrate yourself into the right social circles. And throughout the entire month, many of you will be able to get ahead significantly in your career. October is a great month for you to bolster your success in your career. This is a time in which you'll be able to come up with excellent strategies to move forward in your career, or you may find that your career efforts are finally being rewarded. For example, if you have a business, you could be ushering in a lot of money from your business. You could be expanding in your business, or you may find that you are expanding in your career. Some of you could even gain a promotion. This is a month in which many of you are going to be hustling in your career, and your career determination is going to significantly pay off. Some of you could even experience unexpected or unforeseen events when it comes to your career as well. Perhaps a new opportunity is coming in, or there could be some sort of wild event taking place in your workplace. Near the very end of the month, some of you could find that you're not happy with certain friendships that you have, in which case some of you may be reconsidering cutting off certain friends. If there are friends that have been making you depressed or who may not necessarily have your best intentions at heart, this may be a time in which you're really realizing that, and this may be an optimal time for you to cut those people out of your life. Pisces risings. Let's start off with the first half of October. Now, you will have a solar eclipse in your 8th house of finances, investing, and spirituality, and this will set off a 6-month-long transformation in which you are able to become deeply in tune with your spirituality. So listen to your intuition, learn how to hone into your psychic abilities, as you will be able to foretell the future, or you'll be able to receive spiritual guidance from the universe, spiritual messages. Pay attention to the signs and synchronicities that you see around the eclipse on October 2nd, but especially throughout all of October. Many of you will be able to intuitively pick up on the truth. You'll be able to decipher the truth from lies. You'll be able to decipher manipulation from reality. So this could be a time in which you are doing investigation and you're able to figure out what's real. Many of you may also have new beginnings when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your investments, and this solar eclipse will set off a 6-month-long transformation in which you will be able to grow your finances if you start to put newfound time and energy towards your financial strategies. For example, beginning a new business over the next 6 months could result in financial success in that business. Investment ventures that you begin to take on in October could flourish over the next 6 months. So start honing into your spirituality, start practicing meditation, start working on your financial endeavors in October. This will lead to positive transformations in spirituality and finances over the next 6 months. During the first half of the month, many of you could be infected with the travel bug. Many of you may be thinking of taking a trip. This is an excellent time to travel or to start planning your trips. For those of you who are in school, by applying yourself diligently, you should be able to do very well at school. For example, you may do very well in your exams. You may do very well on your tests. You may turn out very excellent homework. On October 9th, Jupiter retrograde begins in your 4th house, and this will set off a 4-month-long transformation in which some of you could be considering relocation. This would be an excellent time for you to consider relocation, or if not, this may be a time in which you're thinking about zhuzhing up your home. You may be thinking about redecorating your home to create a much lovelier home environment. The next 4 months would be an excellent time to resolve any conflicts or issues you have with your family members, to create more harmony in your family dynamics. This may be a time in which you're focused more on your family, on spending time with family members and connecting with them. During the middle of the month, many of you may have opportunities for financial growth. If you seek out those opportunities, again, you could come up with brilliant ideas to make more money. This would be an optimal time for you to partake in investments, for you to start researching how to invest, to formulate investment strategies. And this will also be a time in which, again, you're very in tune with your spirituality. It's a great time for you to meditate, to practice clearing your mind and creating a more peaceful mindset. Meditating around this time can help you develop better focus so that you can manifest much more easily, so that you can accomplish your goals much more easily. And meditating and focusing on your goals will allow you to manifest. So the middle of the month is an excellent time for you to practice your manifestation rituals. Once again, you could be picking up on weird dreams, psychic visions, prophecies, for example. So pay attention to the signs and synchronicities that you receive from the universe. Pay attention to the visions and dreams that you have. On the 17th, we have a full moon in your 2nd house of finances. So this is a great time for you to start to cultivate a money mindset, to start believing that you are worthy of the wealth that you desire, the wealth that you know you deserve. And by cultivating this money mindset, you'll be able to manifest the wealth that you want in the months to follow. This may also be a time in which you are offloading financial debts, in which you are releasing financial restrictions, or some of you could be making a lavish purchase. Perhaps you're going on a shopping spree. This is also an excellent time for you to reconsider what you want to do differently with your finances. If you find that your finances aren't flowing the way that you want them to, this could be a time in which you reconsider your financial strategies and come up with better solutions forward so that you can boost your wealth. And during the 2nd half of the month, especially near the end of the month, some of you could potentially feel a bit lazy or unmotivated when it comes to your career, in which case it's a better time to just relax. And on the other hand, some of you could be bonding harmoniously with a romantic interest. This may be a time in which you can cultivate a much deeper spiritual bond with your romantic partner. This could be a time in which there could be interesting, exciting, erratic, or unexpected events erupting in your love life. For example, an unforeseen date taking place, an exciting date taking place. So watch out for potentially unexpected events that could happen in your love life, especially if you're active in the dating scene.